Hey there, welcome to a lesson with Artsy Rose. Today we are going to be expressing some emotions through art. So art is a really good way to get emotions out. It's a way to show gratitude, it's a way to show anger, it's a way to show sadness. And so I thought this would be the perfect project for parents to do with their kiddos. Not only is it going to give you an insight into what they're feeling, but it's also going to be an activity that you can do together to have a good time. So what you need is just good old sheet of copy paper, pencil for writing and erasing in case you need to. I'm going to use some markers and crayons, but you could use colored pencils. You could even turn this into a paint project if you wanted to. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to throw in a few little teaching things while I'm at it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to draw some lines. So we're going to start with a wavy line. And then we're going to do a diagonal. And then we're going to do a zigzag. And next I might do dotted. So you guys are drawing these with a pencil. Unless you trust yourself, then you could dive right into a Sharpie or permanent marker or black marker or whatever floats your boat. So next let's do a dashed. There we go. And those are just a few of the lines that there are. There's so many kinds of lines out there, but this is just a few of them. Next, I want you to discuss with your kiddos some feelings. Maybe have them give you some good feelings that they've had. Happy, excited, calm. Maybe your kids have been a little bit anxious lately and they want to get out that maybe they're a little angry or they're sad. There's a lot of things going on in the world that, are just hard to understand right now. So we could get some of those things out. And then, of course, they could also do some describing words about themselves if they wanted to. So I'm going to start with some real emotions, okay? So I have been super happy to be able to make so many videos for all of my friends out there and maybe encourage them to turn their letters into art in the process. So see, I've kind of done some little spirals and swirls and diagonals into my lines, okay? Into my words. So I've also, though, been sad. And it's okay to be sad and happy. Really, in the same 5 minutes, you can be sad and happy. It's just how we are as humans, okay? And we can't help that. So I've been a little sad that things have changed lately. But you know what? That's okay. I will get back in my studio soon enough, right? And I'll get to see my friends soon enough. And I have been trying to be optimistic. So I'm going to make my word kind of get smaller with the section that I made. This is a great opportunity too. If your kiddos don't know how to spell a word, my mama would always give me the dictionary and say, it starts with yada yada, go look it up. And then I would have to look it up. And I suppose it probably helped me to be a better speller, but still to this day, I'm not the best speller. So optimistic. kind of crazy though, a different world we live in, because my daughter just says, "Hey Siri," or "Hey Alexa," and asks how to spell a word. So maybe during this break from school, we'll be getting that dictionary out some more and getting rid of Siri and Alexa temporarily. So next, another feeling that I've had is, thankful. I am very thankful for my family, for my health, for Artsy Rose, for food in my belly every day and a roof over my head. So there's so many things to be thankful for. So even though I might be feeling sad or anxious, I'm definitely can feel thankful in the same sentence, right? So happy, sad, optimistic, thankful. How about artistic? Artistic. And I'm going to put some little lines on here. I have had so much time to just create and not just teach. And I've had time to create some new ideas and to get inspiration. So this has been a great time for me to be artistic. There we go. And I feel like this has been a big time to be thoughtful. Not only thoughtful in my actions towards others, but also thoughtful as in I've been able to slow down a little bit and be able to be in my own mind and my own brain and think about things in that way. So it's been a great time to be thoughtful. So after you and your kiddos have brainstormed all your ideas and you've gotten them written into each of the sections that you made, then you can put little swirlies or little twisties, whatever you want to make your letters look kind of creative, right? And not just plain Jane. There we go. Okay. So we learned some lines, we talked about feelings, we talked about spelling, and now I'm going to do some colors. So I am going to take different colors, doesn't matter. Oh, I did not do this on purpose, but it just so works out I could go in rainbow order and have just enough sections to do the rainbow. So I am going to do red. Now, if you don't want to trace your pencil lines with Sharpie, you could trace them with marker. If they're very small letters, you're going to want to use just the tip of the marker. But if they're big letters like mine are, I'm actually using the whole side of the marker right in here, okay? So there's my red. Next comes orange from 𝘀𝗵𝗋𝗆. Next comes orange. There we go. Okay. We always want to listen to it click so we know it's shut. Okay. Yellow. Yellow is probably not going to show up the best for you guys on the camera just because it's such a light color. But I am tracing it with a nice thick line. Whoop! Pushing so hard that I bumped the whole easel here. Okay. Then let's see, red, orange, yellow. Hey, one thing that I've learned about the rainbow is half the rainbow is in warm colors. This is the warm color family, red, orange, and yellow. And then the second half of the rainbow is in cool colors, so blues, greens, and purples. So that's kind of cool that our paper will be divided into warm and cool. So I need green next. So green. And remember, if you want a nice thick line, you use the whole side of the marker tip, not just the point. There we go. Blue. So when I was little, my grandma and I used to sit side by side and we would color. She would always buy a coloring book before I came over and we would color. And I learned from her that it's kind of a cool effect, and I don't do this every time, but it's kind of a cool effect to trace with marker and then to color in with crayon. So that's my plan for this project. Trace with marker and color with crayon. Okay, so I am getting all my letters traced. Remember, slow and steady. Kind of like the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady wins the race. There we go. Okay, and then really I could just leave my lines black. So if yours are still pencil, you could trace the lines that are in between with black marker, black Sharpie, whatever it is that you have. Now, I am going to use red violet to color in my red section because I just want to. That's the nice thing about art, guys, is you can just do things because you want to, right? Okay, so I am getting this all colored in. Same thing, slow and steady wins the race. We don't have to be in a rush to color. Where else do we have to go right now, right? There we go. Okay, and then I need an orange. This one, this is yellow orange. That one's, oh, there's my orange. It was hiding. Okay, so I'll use orange. And what would be even cooler is if you had some things that have texture on them, to put them underneath your paper, and then when you rub the crayon on top, that texture will come through to the front side of your paper so we can see it. I actually have texture boards in my classroom that are just purposefully meant for that. Is you put them up underneath the paper and then you can color, and the texture will show through. But you could put it on a wall. Do not color on the wall though. Stay on the paper. And the texture that's on your wall would come through. You could put some coins, like some quarters, nickels, dimes underneath your paper and color on top of that. The texture would come through. There's lots of things. So texture is the way something feels, or it looks like it feels. So you could bring texture onto this paper in a lot of different ways. I'm afraid if I use yellow, well, it's good enough. We can see it. So I'm just going to color, just like this. Here we go. Get this all colored in. Ta-da! There we go. And then once I get the yellow done, I'll be able to move on to my next color. Okay, yellow, green. Let's see what this green looks like. Yeah, it's like a light green or yellow green. Okay, so we'll get the yellow green colored in. Slow and steady. I know it looks like I'm going fast, but remember, I have a lot of practice. I have been doing art since I was a kid. I loved drawing and coloring when I was a kid. Like I said, it was my release. It was a way for me to get my feelings out, and I enjoy it. It makes me happy. Okay. You know, you could even do this project as a gift for somebody. You know, you could put their name up at the top, and then you could write describing words that you like about that person, you know, nice attributes that they have. And then you could put it in an envelope and send it to them, and they would love it. Love, love, love. We love getting mail that's not bills. I think just for fun, I'm going to use this blue-green where the blue is. Just because it's a little bit lighter than regular blue. There are so many different blue crayons. So we'll use this one and get this colored all the way across. Straight sections are way easier than those zigzaggy sections. And then the last one is purple. This is just good old purple. This one's blue-violet. I think that one would be too dark. So I'm going to curve my paper up just a little bit and get this one colored in. Notice that as I color, my crayon lines are all going the same direction. I am not coloring crazy. No cray-cray coloring with the crayons, right? By the way, how many of you say crayon? Crown. I think I do that sometimes. But I try really hard to say crayon. Okay. So we've got that all colored in. And now we have a very colorful, artistic version of ourselves on paper. It's almost like a self-portrait, right? But with words. So I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. I tried to throw in as many different elements that I could. I tried to throw in some artistic terms and some vocabulary and some spelling. So those types of things into this project. And maybe it will give you a little insight into your kiddos' minds and hearts right now and what they're going through. And who knows, after doing some more art, you could do this project again, maybe put your own little twist on it and see if their words have changed any. So I loved doing this project with you and sharing a little bit about my feelings right now and what we're going through as a world. And I cannot wait to do some more art with you guys. I got lots more fun projects planned. Have a great day.